Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends Complete Edition Jin Playthrough Part 4. And today, it's the Coup de Tat, the first of back-to-back-to-back star requirements in Jin. No, I am dead serious. There is back-to-back star requirements in Jin, and from 4 all the way until part 8, I do believe, there is going to be nothing but star requirements. So with that said, we're going to try out Sima Zhao this time, because I haven't played with that guy in a while, and he's probably one of my favorite characters in 7. So with that said, let's do it.
We must revolt. There was once a man suited to ruling the land. His son, too, seemed worthy to follow in the path of the conqueror. But that is all in the past. They are no longer worthy of anything. We must use our talents to restore Wei to greatness.
Aren't we getting a little carried away? I mean, Cao Shuang has to go, sure, but...
Zhao, these things have to be thorough. In order for these fools to understand their place.
Give it up. If you show them mercy, then you'll really have a mess on your hands.
Come! We shall destroy these fools and return Wei to its true glory.
It's time to purge these imbeciles. And before Cao Shuang comes in, kill these spies so that we can take over the entirety of the castle. Because if one spy gets away, Cao Shuang will immediately make a beeline for the castle, and it'll be a much harder task, which will more than likely hemp you from even getting the star requirements. So yeah, you have multiple objectives. However, it does not matter who you pick. The computer will carry its own weight, and more importantly, all areas have to be captured. So, on that note, Sima Zhao and Sima Shi will have to go to the east. Meanwhile, Sima Yi and Zheng Chua will have to go to the west. But in the end, both Sima Zhao and Zheng Chua, as well as Sima Yi and Sima Shi, will all have to meet up in the throne room. But that's not where the star requirement comes in. No. The star requirement comes in is that we have to kill every single officer here. And once his supplementary force comes in, we gotta kill those too. We gotta make sure all of Cao Shuang's allies is defeated. I mean, Cao Shuang is one of those people that needed to be killed, but we need to make sure that Cao Shuang's allies are all defeated before Cao Shuang himself is defeated. There are officers loyal to Sima Yi, and you have to take the time to get them. They'll make things a hell of a lot easier. Honestly, you don't need the freedom, but if you do, that just makes things easier. They will more than likely cut off the escape for Cao Shuang. Yes, I did not stutter. There was an escape, because eventually he will try to get away. And we can't have that happening. So, while we're over here taking care of business and going after the throne room, we might as well talk about Sima Zhao. Sima Zhao's sword has changed. No longer is he a clone of the scimitar like Sun Quan and Xiao Ho Dun, and in 7 also Sun Jian. He's got a Sky Splitter sword, which, by the way, as you can see, leaves debris every time he slashes the sword. It is really freaking cool, and probably one of my favorite weapons in this game from the Jin officers. If anybody deserves to actually get an upgrade, it's Sima Zhao. However, he's got two specific Musaos. The first one, his trademark Fireball from 7, and his second one, I do believe, is a spinning attack. Yes, the second one is a spinning attack that will pretty much catch all of the officers that's in the path. He also has an aerial 2, which fires a fireball as well. The only thing that's left to say about Sima Zhao is the fact that he has by far one of the most broken EXs in the game. He can literally use an enemy to travel across the board. Something like Huang Gai's trademark EX that breaks the entirety of travel. Something like that. Although Sima Zhao can keep attacking an enemy, using his EX move to make him a surfboard, attack him again, and keep the chain going while traveling across boards. I can't really pull that off because I forgot how to do that, but he can do that, and it is ridiculous how well you break this entire game with it. And look at this, we've already freed the prisoners, we've already taken all the territories. There is not much to say about this, except claiming the throne room, and that's it. That's the only thing. There is no time limit, however, because the only way that Cao Shuang will actually return is 1, the throne room has been seized, and 2, Cao Shuang's spies would actually inform him of his of the rebellion that's going on in the castle, and he'll end up returning quickly. So yeah, the mission will actually fail if the spies come before the castle is completely taken. Or at least the star requirement, actually. So if you do things right, there should be more Vanguard coming. And here's why this is one of the most tricky and aggravating missions, star requirements in the game in Jin. The reason being is when Cao Shuang's forces come in, there are only 4 of them. If you manage to defeat all of Cao Shuang's army, he will end all of Cao Shuang's vanguard, he will end up running away, and when he does, yeah, Cao Shuang's army makes their appearance, and when they do, they will try to flee. If he is allowed to flee, or if you defeat him before defeating any of his subordinates, you fail the star requirement. So with that said, kill all of his subordinates if you can, and either use a Musou, or preferably use a Musou that is AoE, which is why I got Sima Zhao. And to be fair, Sima Yi and Zhang Chuo all have AoEs, and so does Sima Shi. They all have AoE, AoE being area of effect, Musous. So, quite frankly, you want to try to get all of his subordinates in an AoE area and strike them down. And now that you took care of the Vanguard, now he and his subordinates are all running. Do not let any of them escape. If you can, kill them all. And if you do, we'll get an extra stage. Speaking of which, I'm about to kill them all right now. And that's his infamous fireball. Oh look, and there's Cao Shi. He's the only one left. And that takes care of him. Cao Shuang is the only one left to deal with. Let's make sure, yep, we got rid of all of his subordinates. Now let's kill Cao Shuang, and that should be the end of this stage. As he slowly falls to the ground.
Curse you, Sima
And with that, if you actually let him escape, or, well, if you let him escape, you fail. But if you actually kill Cao Shuang before you kill the subordinates, instead of this victory, you actually get a cutscene. So, with that said, we got the victory, so we got the star requirement. And we get a new level. But before then, the Sima clan is pretty much in complete control. And now, nobody is going to stop them. However, here's the thing. It's around this part where Sima Yi decides to retire. Yeah, this game does not do the Battle of Wanling, or, I should say the Rebellion of Wanling, because that rebellion was literally stopped before it even started. Because it was, in fact, one of the stages in Dynasty Warrior 7, and it was actually pretty pathetically easy, to be honest with you. And it was probably one of the most infamous episodes of my Let's Play of Dynasty Warrior 7, as the cable went out in the middle of that battle because always online always online gameplay, of course. So with that said, I think it's time for a cutscene. See you all in a little bit.
Thanks to you all, we have defeated Cao Shuang. This has proven to me that your intellect and bravery will be more than enough to lead Wei in the future. And so And so now, I wish to announce my withdrawal from public life. My son, Shi, shall take over for me.
Father, why would you choose to do this? We need you now.
You have grown physically, but not mentally, it would seem. You're grown men, both of you. Don't you think it's time that you stood on your own 2 feet?
Well...
Listen to me. Sure, Zhao. You have talent, but you must strive for more. Be not happy with now, but think of tomorrow. Only with focus will you be able to...
My lord. If you continue to baby them, they will never become men.
I knew it would happen, but I did not think it would be so soon. What are you going to do, Zhao?
What do you mean? You know I'll always be there to support you.
Okay.
While Sima Yi and Shang Chua has retired, well, he won't be retiring for long, because if I can pull my cards right, we're going to be doing the hypothetical route first, and then we're going to do the historical. Just like we did with everybody except for Wei. Wei was a special case. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And folks, with the fact that we got the star requirement, we now have unlocked the extra mission, Xiaoho Ba's Journey. By the way, you won't get this if you defeated Cao Shuang before taking care of the rest of his subordinates. So on that note, this one actually is, how you say, kind of tedious depending on how you approach it. if you approach it like I'm going to approach it in the next part with Wang Yuanji, it can be tedious. Sima Xiao has the easier way to go. Guo Huai is also a little bit tedious, but not as much as Wang Yuanji, because Wang Yuanji is just pathetically weak. You'll see when we play as her in part 5. This is RPMan985. Peace out, take care, and I'll see you all when we start Xiaohoba's journey.